Welcome everybody to another wonderful game here at Pro Shore Downs, home of the Maricopa Marshals. We have a great game between the Redmond runners and your Maricopa Marshals here at home. Uh, Looking at a both teams 4-4. Interesting to see what happens here as we complete the first half of the season. And batting up first for the Redmond runners is Lorenzo Santiago. Santiago, 10 for 25 on the season, has only missed one game, really. So interesting to see how he starts this one. And he will be walked by the rookie pitcher, Mariana Reynolds. Uh, Reynolds had a bit of a rough game. Uh, Her first game up had a 7-2 lead, gave up 5 runs to tie it. The Marshals eventually went on to lose that game in extra innings. So it'll be interesting to see how she holds up here. Obviously, starting off a little off kilter, but there's still plenty of ball. Oh, and there's a wild pitch. So Reynolds definitely all over the place and starting off very rough for the runners here. Let's hope that she calms down and rather quickly. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game for her. So her next pitch to Ignacio Santiago, and he will be struck out. Uh, so after a walk and a wild pitch, able to batten down and get a pitch over there in the strike zone. So up next for the runners will be Victor Martinez. Martinez batting 18 for 29, 7 doubles, and 1 triple. And at a single, it'll be too shallow for Santiago to score. But there are now runners on the corners, and that will bring up Joan Alvarez. Joan appearing in all 9 games so far this season, batting 31-4, and we will see how Reynolds handles this situation. And that is going to be off the wall, so the runners will be the first to score. They will score 2 off of that double. Uh, and a groan inaudible from the booth echoes across the stadium as Gonzalo Leon takes the field. Leon currently batting 429 on the season. And that'll be the second wild pitch of the evening as Alvarez takes a base. So definitely something needs to happen real quick. Um, and that'll be a grounder to first base uh, as Claude Carroll comes to the plate. Claude batting 296 on the season so far and looking to keep this inning alive for the runners. But he will not. That'll be a deep fly ball to left field, and the Maricopa Marshals will take the field for the first time, but already on the defensive. They are looking at a 2-run deficit. So first up for them is Mark Collins. Collins, having even though he's been in all 9 games so far, he started out very rough. However, last game, even though it was a loss for the Marshals, an immaculate performance. I believe he actually batted 1,000 in that game. So hopefully we see some of that momentum carry on, and he can start a rally here for the Marshals to get them uh, on the board. That won't be happening though this first time up. That is just a pop up into foul territory, and that will bring up Butler. And that'll be a double for Butler. And that'll bring up Kelly Jennings. Jennings, 436 on the season, uh, 3 home runs, 2 triples, and a double. So definitely one of the powerhouses of the Marshals, along with kind of really everyone in that in the middle of the lineup. So let's see what she has to offer her first time up. And that'll be a single, and Butler is able to power through all the way to home. So the Marshals will get on the board and cut the runner's lead in half with only 1 out. And that'll bring up Felipe Torres. Torres, another power hitter, getting up there in age 34. So uh, originally signed on with the Marshals during the inception of the DBL, and he's I'm sure he's got a couple good years left, but it definitely will be sad once we see him go, and the Marshals will definitely be losing a powerhouse there. Um, but that is just a pop up to first base. So the Marshals now have 2 outs, and that'll bring up uh, Ivan Pena. Pena only has played in 4 games so far this season, but has shown a respectable average of 357, both with 2 doubles. So let's see how he leads off. And that'll be a ground ball to second base. So the Marshals able to get 2 hits and a run. And we go to the top of the second. And that'll bring up Gabriel Ramirez. Ramirez only batting 59 on the season, so 2 hits out of 34 attempts. She's played in every single game, so definitely struggling. But with how hot the runners have been to start, who's to say she can't get something going as the leadoff here? That'll be a fly ball to left field, so not anything there. And that'll bring up Randy Warren. Warren batting 323 to start the game. And that'll be a ground ball to Ford, who's able to flip it over to Reynolds for the out. And that will bring up Landon Martinez. Martinez also participated in every game so far this season for the Runners. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and uh, batting 286 overall. And that'll be a quick inning for the Runners as we go to the bottom of the second. And that will bring up Tracy Sutton. Sutton uh, batting 433 and definitely one of the more consistent hitters as she gets another single. She was for a good long while in the lead or right behind second place league leaders for batting average. She has since dropped to fifth. It's been a rough couple games for her in batting average, and Jennings has actually uh, moved up in the rankings to fourth overall for the West in batting average. So It'll be interesting to see how that continues to play out throughout the season. And while we wait, that'll bring up Ricardo Nunez. Nunez, the home run leader on the Marshals. He is now behind Angel Gomez of the Novas in home runs by a single home run. So hoping to correct that here today. And that'll be a deep fly ball all the way to right field. And Carroll will make the out. So no home run as of yet for Nunez, but there is still plenty of still plenty of opportunities to. And that will bring up Lynette Mark. Mark batting 278 on the season. Uh, Relatively new. Been with the Marshals for about 3 years now, and definitely becoming one of the more consistent hitters there. And as I say that, she smashes a triple that brings in Sutton. So the game is now tied 2-2, and the crowd gets a little bit of life in them as Salvador Ford comes to the plate. Ford batting 8 for 21. That's an average of 381. And we're not going to waste any more breath about who he replaced. But suffice it to say that doing excellent comparatively. And that is in the dirt. So a wild pitch by Morrison allows Mark to score, and the Marshals are now ahead. So this definitely promises to be a very exciting game. And that will be a home run from Ford. So out of nowhere, the Marshals take a 2-run lead off of a wild pitch and then a home run. And that will bring up Collins, who popped up just last inning. So the Marshals able to get through an entire uh, their entire lineup here just within 2 innings. And Collins hits a double. So the Marshals' one-out rally will continue for Ethan Butler, who doubled uh, in the first. Let's hope he can repeat that and extend the lead here. And that'll just be a pop-up to Ramirez at shortstop. So excitement kind of died down, but that's okay. We have Jennings at the plate. Jennings looking to go 2 for 2 after she hit a single in the first. And that's going to be another single. Collins is able to score. So the Marshals now 5-2. They have scored 4 runs in just 1 inning. And Jennings is batting 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI now. And that'll bring up Torres. Oh, and Torres goes long. So that is 2 home runs in the inning for the Marshals with a 2-run blast. It is 7-2. Um, I would love to say that, honestly, the game's in the bag. This, unfortunately, was the same exact scenario we had last game with Reynolds pitching. And we all know how that turned out. Don't want to relive that. Not to mention, there is still a lot of baseball to be had. So definitely want to keep an eye on that as Ivan Pena steps up to the plate. And finally, the runners are able to secure the third out, but not before they give up 6 runs, 2 of those home runs. in the bottom of the second. So here now in the top of the third, we bring up Lorenzo Santiago. Santiago started off the game with a walk. Let's see what Reynolds has to offer this time. And that'll just be a soft grounder to second base. And that'll bring up Ignacio Santiago, who struck out last time up. And Santiago makes up for his strikeout with a little blooper into the center field. That'll be a single for him. So one on, one out. And Victor Martinez is at the plate. Martinez hit a single, but drove in a run in the first. And that is a hard hit ball to center field. Sutton's there to make the catch at the warning track. So the runners are down two, and they will be down three as Reynolds gets her second strikeout uh, on the game, and the Marshals pitching now, climbing the ranks in strikeouts, which is a good sign for uh, the their defense there. Sutton pops up to shortstop, so there'll be one out here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up Ricardo Nunez. And Nunez continues his hit streak with a double here with one out. And that will bring up Mark, who was able to, uh, who tripled last time up. And let's see if she's able to repeat that or just get a hard enough hit to bring Nunez home. Nope, it's a ground ball to first base. So a sacrifice hit for Mark as Nunez makes it to third. And that will bring up Salvador Ford, who homered his first time up, hoping to repeat that. And that would be a strikeout. So, not liking the pitch that he saw, but it didn't matter as it was ruled a strike. So that'll bring up the top of the fourth. But before we do that, just a bit of news here. The Bonnie Bulldogs manager, Stacy Robin, welcomes her third grandchild today. So we here on the Marshall side send our congratulations to the mother and father and hope to see another DBL fan in the making. And with that, we go to Gonzalo Leon at the plate. Leon grounded out to first, his first time up. And he will hit a shallow fly to center field for the first out. So the runners, after their first little excitement there in the first inning, kind of struggling offensively as they hit another ground ball to first base for out number two, and that will bring up Gabriel Ramirez. And that'll be three up, three down for the runners as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And Mark Collins will make his third appearance. Collins popped up to start the bottom half of the game and uh, hit a double his second time up in the second inning. And now he will ground out to the shortstop. So the Marshals themselves getting a quick and easy out as Ethan Butler checks in. And it looks like the Marshals might also be in danger of going down in order. Uh, However, Kelly Jennings comes to the plate. She is 2 for 2, two RBIs, and 1 run scored with 2 singles this game. Oh, so while she won't be credited with the single, it looks like that was fielded by Ramirez, so the shortstop, but had a bad throw, so she is able to reach first on an air, and that will bring up Torres, who homered in his last at bat, hoping to catch Nunez there. That is a hard line drive to left field. There's no need with them so far ahead to uh, attempt another base. So they will stay where they are. Uh, and it looks like we just got word from the National Weather Service that there is an incoming dust storm. So if you hear any background noise, that will be them shutting the roof. Uh, if you're not familiar with Arizona dust storms, they're just as bad and just as crazy as some thunderstorms, and happen honestly just as quickly. It'll be a nice clear day, and then boom, all of a sudden, wall of dust. So thankfully, here in Pro Shore Downs, they have a retractable roof, so we can enjoy the nice weather when it happens. And then when crazy stuff like this happens, it's a quick little shut, and then you don't have to worry about it. So, and Ivan Pena will line drive to right field. Warren is there for the catch and the third out as the side is retired, and we go to the top of the fifth. In another DBL news, the Colebrook Cannons continue their losing streak. They have lost their last 4 games. They are again still they're the only team now to have only won a single game so far. So it looks like they have switched their luck with the Carabel Crocs, as the Crocs have won their last 6 in a row. So, and that'll be a ground ball right to the pitcher for Warren, and he will be out to lead off the fifth. And that'll bring us to Landon Martinez. Martinez grounded out their first time up. They are able to sneak it past the infield this time for a hit. So the runners will have a runner on base with 1 out. And Lorenzo Santiago steps up to the plate for the third time. And Mark is able to turn the double play here. So the runners go down just as quickly as they came up. And that will bring up the bottom of the fifth and the middle of the order here for the Marshals. And Sutton today, a single in the second and a pop-up in the third. And this will be a fly ball to center field. So the Marshals open the inning with an out. And Ricardo Nunez takes the plate, looking to keep his teammates at bay home run wise, and hopefully uh, take the lead there. But again, very hard hit ball. Warren actually had to go all the way back to the warning track for that, but was able to make the grab without any trouble. So that will bring up Lynette Mark with 2 outs. And the Marshals will go down in order. All 3 very hard hit balls into the outfield. So definitely some power. Just need a little bit more location there for them. But we still uh, end at 2-7. Marshals lead here in the top of the sixth. And Jennings will catch that fly ball without really even having to move. Um, and that will bring up a Victor Martinez. And Martinez will hit a ground ball to third base, so an easy play by Butler. And that will bring up Joan Alvarez. And Joan able to get a little hit into center field. So she will be aboard with 2 outs. And that will bring up Gonzo Leon, who is grounded out and flew out so far this game. And Torres is there to get the um, fly ball. So they left a runner on as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Definitely a little bit speedy game this time around there. Uh, Up now is Salvador Ford, and Ford will strike out for the second time this game. Both times has struck out looking, so I'm not sure what pitch he's really waiting for. I doubt Morrison's going to throw him a pitch right down the middle like he did before. But yeah, it's been, maybe a little bit better eye. And that's a ground ball to second base. So Collins, lucky charm. I don't know what he did last game, but needs to find it again as he's now 1 for 4. And that will bring up Ethan Butler. But Butler is able to uh, get on base here with a single. And that will bring up Kelly Jennings. Jennings 2 for 3 here. And a pop up for an easy out. So once again, very exciting. Lots of excitement there in the first couple innings. And then so far, it looks like both pitchers have finally calmed down. Have they, if they found their groove, found out what's been working with them, and look to, are looking to get this game over with. So as we head to the top of the seventh, the Southwest Division, which the Marshals are a part of, is actually performing the worst of all the divisions. So the first place teams, the Marshals tied with in first place, have only won 4 games, hoping to make that 5 here very shortly. The other 3 teams, so you have the Novas, the Crocs, and there's a third team that's not coming to my mind. They have all won 5+ games so far this season. So it is going to be a tight race in the Southwest. So every game's counting here. And just like that, the runners have 2 outs as Randy Warren comes to the plate. Warren is 0 for 2 on the day. All right, excellent. And we go to the bottom of the seventh as we get closer and closer to wrapping the first half of the season. Uh, we move now, after these games, and as we go into next week, definitely going to be talking more and more about playoff positioning. Teams are going to be looking for uh, really just to make sure that they don't get out too soon. Uh, we've had it happen where teams have been eliminated in week 6. That's a very rare occurrence, but you're talking more, at least as of right now, as it stands, the way they're going, the Colebrook Cannons very well could be uh, that way. And it looks like there's a pop-up at first base, easily played. Um, it pops out of his glove, so there was an easy catch. Uh, but since it happened in foul territory, we will reset here. And all that excitement for a strike. And Pena go down swinging. So Morrison showing how it's done with 3 strikeouts. Although his pitch count is getting up there, it does look like there is a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the runners. Whether or not that means he'll be replaced, uh, don't know. He's obviously been doing pretty well as the side is retired in order to bring up the top of the 8th. And same thing with Reynolds. There is someone warming up in the Maricopa Marshals bullpen. Uh, and Martinez doubles off the wall here to lead off. So um, I was worried I was going to say something and jinx it, but it happened anyways. Good thing they have someone starting to warm up because if Reynolds starts giving up runs again, eh, she's definitely going to need to be taken out sooner rather than later. And it looks like Santiago was walked. And that will be it for Reynolds. So we will pause one moment for station identification as the marshals bring out replacement pitcher. And we are back as the marshals have brought in Iker Marin. Marin earning the win the last time he came up, which historically is good for him. Uh, so with that, we start anew with 2 on, no out, and Ignacio Santiago at the plate, who is 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the third. And that'll be a towering fly ball to center field. Sutton able to grab it for the out. And that will bring up Victor Martinez, who is also 1 for 3 on the day here. And that'll be a double off the wall. Martinez able to score 2. So with that, the runners cut the lead uh, down to 3. And that will bring up Joan Alvarez. Joan, 2 for 3 with a double and a single on the day. And that'll be a ground ball to the pitcher. So the Marshals able to hold off a crazy comeback for the runners as Gonzalo Leon comes to the plate. And that will be a ground ball to second base. So the runners, 2 runs, 2 hits, and they leave one stranded. Uh, but they cut the Marshals lead 4-7 as we go to the bottom of the second. So here now is the Marshals' job. It's just to get some quick insurance runs just to be on the safe side for their pitching as Morrison remains in the game. Uh, so far, there hasn't really been a need to replace him as the Marshals are doing a pretty good job of smacking the ball right towards defenders. So why not, right? At this point. And that'll be Ford who hits a double. So with two out, the Marshals have a runner in scoring position, and Mark Collins will come to the plate. He hit a double of his own back in the second, but has grounded out since, and he will pop up to the shortstop. So here's where the rubber meets the road, folks. Marin with a chance to earn a save. Technically speaking, not on how saves work, but really just hold off the runners from winning five in a row and also claiming the Marshall's fifth victory. And that'll be two outs. So we are down. Warren's looking to be the last batter. He has grounded out all three times he has been at the plate. Let's see, there's honestly a hush in the crowd. So much so that you can hear the wind out howling from around the stadium. And that'll be another ground ball to second base. Collins able to easily toss Warren out at first. So the Marshals will win 7-4. They jump into first place, barring the other teams playing, but right now they do lead in the Southwest. And the Redmond Runners four-game winning streak has been snapped. So join us next time on Friday, same place, same time, for the second half, officially the second half of the DBL season 4. Thank you.